Hey everybody, welcome to another coach training in our coach training group. I'm so happy that you're here. Make sure you have a pen and a piece of paper so that you can take notes and start applying this information right away. So in the first few videos, you have learned that you are going to be reconnecting with old friends, reaching out, and messaging people. Now, at first, this is easy. You are just trying to get to know people, get to know more about them, find out what they're doing in life right now, where they're working, how much they're working, what are their dreams, what are their goals. This is all coming up in conversation because you are genuinely caring about people and you have no agenda when you're messaging these people. You're just trying to get to know more about them. Now, eventually, you're going to feel confident enough to steer the conversation towards something that they need. How do you know they need it? Because you've been listening in the conversation that you've had. You're going back and forth with someone. It's your job to find out what they need, okay? By genuinely caring about them. Do they need financial freedom? Do they need the freedom to stay at home because they just had a new baby? Do they need the freedom to learn how to eat clean? They've never done it before. They have no idea what eating clean even means. Where are these people at and how can you provide answers? So we're going to dig deep today into having conversations with people, diving deeper into those conversations, and bringing those people into your network, bringing those people onto your team, bringing those people into your challenge group. Okay? So the first thing you need to understand is you have two markets. You have a warm market and a cold market. And you're like, oh, this is getting so businessy. Yes, it is. But this is going to be very, very simple. Girl, if I can do this, anybody can do this. It's real simple. So your cold market are people that you do not know yet. They're strangers out in the world. Your warm market are people that you do know. Your family, your friends, your coworkers, your sister's best friend. People you know. You already have a solid foundation of friendship or some sort of acquaintance with this person. When you are talking to people in your warm market, you might be thinking, well, eventually I'm going to run out of people to talk to. Like I have 3 cousins, and then who do I talk to after I'm done talking to them? Exactly. So that's why we are going to talk to our cold market too, so that we can bring new people into our warm market and keep growing it and growing it and growing it, and we never run out of people to talk to, okay? We do not live in a world of scarcity. We live in a world of plenty, and there are plenty of people out there. So how do we find these people? There are a few ways. On Facebook, I'm going to start with Facebook. I always, every day, add 3 to 5 people from the bar that says people you may know. And I look for people who I have a high amount of mutual friends with, and then I add them. I do not message this person right away. I feel that we live in a day and age where randomly sending a message to someone who's kind of sort of a stranger is a red flag. For me anyways, when I get messages from strangers, it's icky feeling. I don't like it. So I do not put other people in that situation. I don't like it. I am assuming that other people are not going to like it too. So I'm just adding them every day. I'm also going to their page, looking for their first post and giving them a compliment, a comment, and a question, a CCQ. So that way I'm able to break the ice with that person without sending them a message which might be kind of jarring, like why is this person messaging me out of the blue? It's a little bit easier to break the ice by commenting on their posts. And you can comment on a few people's posts, and as long as you are always leaving a question, you're usually getting a response back, and you can talk back and forth on this post, and then hopefully be able to take that conversation to a private message later. This doesn't all have to happen like right now in an hour, we're gonna get this person into a personal message, but you get the idea. You're building relationships with people by leaving them a compliment, a comment, and a question on their post, and you're adding 3 to 5 people every single day. On Facebook, there's also a lot of other ways you can add friends. you can be a part of Facebook groups. Now, you already know what Facebook groups are because you belong to this Facebook group. But let's say you wanted to be a part of Roseville Garage Sales or Disney Garage Sale or some other type of, maybe it's a craft project group on Facebook. You're gonna start adding yourself to different groups and make yourself present there. So whenever somebody posts something, comment on it. Leave comments for people so that when you do go to add these people later, you're not a stranger to them. They're like, oh yeah, I know Rachel. She's from the Disney Garage Sale group. She posts stuff on there all the time. That way you can add people who you might not necessarily have mutual friends with, but they're on Facebook, they're part of your cold market, and then you're breaking the ice with them by commenting in those Facebook groups, okay? Pretty simple. Instagram is a totally different animal. You can add strangers on Instagram. I love Instagram. That's one of my favorite things about it. On Facebook, it's like a little bit weird to add a stranger, and it's weird when a stranger adds you. On Instagram, it's the norm. So I do add strangers. I will search via hashtags that I use and that I like, because you are trying to find people that are like you. You don't want to add the weird guys that are like half naked in their pictures, and you know what I'm saying? Like, you don't want weirdness. You want to attract people who are like you. And if you're weird in your own way, awesome, find people like you. But you know what I'm saying. There's creepy and then there's unique. So you are going to search hashtags. So for example, me, I like Disney. I like ice skating. I like pageants. I'm a Christian. So I will search those hashtags, find people who have posted other pictures with those same hashtags. I'll go to their page. I will leave them a CCQ on a few of their pictures, like a couple of their pictures, and add them. Now, does this take time? Yeah, it does. I add about 3 to 5 people this way on Instagram every day. However, that is a part of your business, and it is an important part of your business. So it's okay if you're spending 20 minutes on that a day. That's okay. You're gonna set that time aside specifically for that. Now, however much time you have to work on this business, maybe you're only gonna work 2 hours in a day, just section off a little bit of your schedule to spend on that, okay? Or you can delegate it out. That's what I was gonna say. Or you can delegate it out as you're getting more into this business. I have now delegated that part out. So I have an assistant who does all of that for me, which is amazing. And we'll get into delegating later. But that's how you add people from your cold market to your warm market. So let's go over, you're building relationships with these people now. How do you get them on your team? How do you get them to be invested in a challenge group or a challenge pack? There are several ways. The first way, again, you need to be genuinely caring and have a listening ear. So when you're messaging these people back and forth, ask them questions. Where are they working? How many hours are they working? Do they like their job? How many children do they have? Where do their children go to school? You want as much information as you can. Now, you're doing this genuinely, so it's taking some time. You're not like asking 50 questions all at once, but each time you're closing out the message with a question so that they respond. It's an open conversation and you're getting to know more and more about them. Now you're gonna find out what they need. You know what a lot of people in America need? More money, more time, more health and fitness. And you have an answer for all of those problems. So once those things come up in conversation, you can provide solutions for them. But you can't provide solutions if you don't know the problem. So make sure you are genuinely connecting with this person and going deeper in your relationships with them. When things come up, like they wish they were more fit, they wish they had more money, they wish they didn't have to leave their crying 4-year-old every morning, it breaks their heart to drive to work. You need that information because you can offer them challenge groups, you can offer them the coaching opportunity. So how I do this, and how I did this a lot in the beginning as a brand new coach, you don't have to do this. But a great way for you to get deep with people quickly is coffee dates. So obviously this is going to be a warm market person that you have some sort of a foundation with. You're going to catch up with people over coffee, and I do this once a week. And it doesn't have to be somebody where I just talked to them recently. It could be someone I haven't seen in 10 years, but I'll ask them if they want to catch up over coffee. And the reason I do that is because it's so much easier to get to know where this person is at in life, and they are going to have the opportunity to get to see where you are at in life really quickly. So they might even ask me if we've been out to coffee and we're sitting there for 30 minutes just catching up. Because I'm so consistent and diligent on Facebook with my postings, sometimes they'll just ask me, what is this fitness thing that you're doing? I'm seeing your fitness posts. I really need to get back in shape. What is that? Or they'll say, I'm seeing your posts about Shakeology and I've heard stuff about it, but like, what do you think about it? You've been drinking it, right? You like it? So sometimes those people are bringing up the conversation for you. But if they're not, you're going to try to steer those conversations towards fitness, towards Shakeology, and towards coaching by offering them solutions. So, for example, let's say Stacy has been working 40 hours a week. She's making minimum wage and she just is getting frustrated. You can say, have you ever considered Beachbody coaching? I love it. I am making money by working on my fitness journey and asking other people if they want to follow along with me and get fit with me. And as a new coach, you might even say, I don't know that much even about fitness yet. I don't consider myself an expert, but you know what? I'm working on myself. I'm inviting other people to join me, and I'm making money. And I feel like I've never been fitter in my life. Have you ever considered coaching? When you say, have you ever considered coaching, usually what happens, or have you ever considered being a part of my challenge group? Usually that's an open-ended question where they have to respond with, yes, I have considered it, but here's what's holding me back. Or no, I never considered it before. If you say, are you interested in coaching? Well, then they might just say no, and the conversation feels closed. So instead, you want to ask them if they've ever considered it. So that way that conversation can stay open and you can find out, what are their doubts? What are their fears? Why aren't they doing this yet? Have they thought about it, or they've never thought about it before and I'm just now planting a seed with this person? They don't have to sign up as a coach right here today, right now, because you brought it up to them. But you planted a seed and you've given them something to think about, and you're going to follow up with them later. Maybe in a week or so, you're going to invite them to your coaching sneak peek. And then while you're running the coaching sneak peek, you're going to personal message them and ask them what are their thoughts about this coaching and what questions do they have that you can answer. So getting somebody to join your team or to join your challenge group does take time because people have questions, and it's very rare. I think this has only happened to me 3 times and I've been coaching for a year and a half now, where people are like, yeah, okay, like I'm in, like I'm all in right here, right now. It's usually like they have questions, so I'll answer them and then they'll think about it and we'll wait a couple days and then I'll message them again and they'll ask me a new question. So it takes time. Again, you're developing a relationship and trust with this person and they're getting their answers met. However, you need to provide answers for their questions. If they're saying something like, oh, I'm too busy to be a Beachbody coach, then it's your job to let them know how busy you are and how you are making this happen, how you are making it possible. If you're just saying to them, oh, okay, you're too busy, I understand. Well, you've written that person off now and they'll never have this opportunity that you have. So believe in the business, believe in the coaching opportunity, believe that it could change their life and offer it to them because you know it's good for them. When they have objections, answer those objections. They're too busy? You know what? When I first started coaching, I was working 3 jobs, and here's how I've been able to do it. You know what? When I first started coaching, I was not fit at all. I didn't even know how I was going to give up my addiction to diet soda. It's okay to be real and authentic with people and answer their objections. That's what you want to do. Don't feel like just because somebody has a concern that they're rejecting you and they're rejecting Beachbody. Remember when we first started talking about coaching, you had questions too. And I was able to answer those questions because I believed in you and I believe in this business. Okay? Okay, we're going to move on. So you are just telling people, especially since you're new and you have this much information about what Beachbody coaching is, that's what you're going to start with. When you're inviting people to join your team, tell them why you joined. I signed up as a coach because I'm excited to get in shape and have other people get in shape with me. I signed up as a coach because I see this as a huge business opportunity. I signed up as a coach because I just want to be more positive and I want to be able to inspire people and I want to post inspirational messages online. Whatever it is that gets you excited about this business, share it with other people. Share why you signed up. And if they have questions that you're like, gosh, I don't know the answer to that, that's okay. You can say, I will get back to you later. I'm not sure yet because I'm pretty new too. Or you can say, let me ask my coach. Or you can say, let me get you in touch with my coach because she's been doing this a lot longer. Whatever you want to do so that you don't feel awkward talking about the business, because it's okay if you don't have all the answers. And the person that you're talking to, they also feel okay with that, right? Because you're new. 99%, I'm just making this statistic up. I like to do that. 99% of your success in this business will be your belief in yourself and your belief in the business. And I may have just pulled that number out of my head, but I really do feel that that's true. If you don't believe in this business opportunity, why would you share it with someone? You wouldn't. You'd feel awkward sharing something that you don't believe in, right? Why would I tell anybody in the world about Jesus if I didn't believe in him? Unless I was like trying to slander him or something. Why would I tell anybody in the universe about the mascara I use if I hate it? So you need to believe in the business, you need to believe in the opportunity, and you need to believe in yourself. And once you do those things, it becomes so much easier to talk to people because you realize the precious jewel that you have to offer other people. And suddenly it's not scary anymore. And if they reject you, their loss. Their loss, honestly, because you have this amazing thing, a gift, right? It's just like me when I share my faith. If someone is not interested or they think they know everything about Christianity and they don't want to hear any more about it, that's fine. I still am a Christian. I am not shaken by the fact that somebody else doesn't believe. They don't want to be a Christian. They don't want my faith. That's okay. I still love them. Hopefully they still love me. I'm still very much a believer. So your Beachbody business is the same. You believe in it and you're trying to share it with other people because you know it's amazing. And if they don't want it, oh well, too bad. Follow up with them later because they might see that once you're consistent and once they realize that this isn't a fad for you, this is your lifestyle now and you're getting in shape and you're making money doing this, they might come back and you're gonna follow up with those people. So a lot of people, especially new coaches, when they're about to post on a picture online or they're about to talk to somebody about something, usually they'll come to me and they'll say, how do I do this without sounding salesy? How do I talk to them about my challenge group without sounding salesy? And usually, I totally understand that because I had that a lot in the beginning. And even now, sometimes I'm like, I need to reword this. But here's the thing you can do. Gut check. Just do a gut check. Am I posting this because I genuinely want to help people? Or am I posting this because I want to make a sale? Ask yourself that question first. And if you're like, well, I kind of just want to make my sales this month, then don't post it yet. Take it back to the drawing board and rethink about how can I care more about other people? How can I make this challenge group about helping other people succeed in their fitness? So you still have the same products to offer people. You still have the same challenge group to offer people, and you still have the same coaching opportunity to offer people, whether you are trying to push sales or whether you are trying to help people. That's up to you. So what you're going to do is you're going to do a gut check. Am I genuinely caring about helping people in fitness right now? I am? Okay, so let me read this and make sure that I'm just, I'm offering people my challenge group and that it sounds like I genuinely care about them. Okay, I think it does. Now I'm ready to post it. Just do a gut check. And especially if you're talking one-on-one with someone, think, how is this going to benefit them? Way more than it's going to benefit me. If I can give them an opportunity that's going to change their life, that's going to benefit them. It's going to help me a little, but it's more about them right now. Okay, this is important. It is okay when people say no. And I didn't say if, I said when. It is okay when people say no. People say no for a billion reasons that you have no control over. They might say no because they don't have the finances right now to buy a challenge pack. They might say no because they really want fitness, but right now they just can't wrap their brain around actually applying themselves and being successful. They might say no because their mom is dying. You don't know. Maybe you do because you're that close, you're trying to get to know this person better. But don't take it personally, because it has nothing to do with you. Whatever people's reasons are for not wanting to join your challenge group or not wanting to join their team, that's on them. And let me tell you something. There are tons of people out there who will say yes, and so the no's are just stepping stones to getting to the yeses. Also, those no's will become yeses. A lot of them will become yeses. It's just, maybe it's not the right season for them. Maybe, they just need to save up a little bit of money now that you've told them about the challenge pack and they're going to save for it and they're going to buy it. Maybe they just need to get through this midterm exam and then they'll be ready. Whatever it is, you're going to find out when would be a good time to follow up with them. So maybe if their reasoning is that, it's finals right now, then just say, okay, well, do you want me to follow up with you next month? Or how about I follow up with you next month? And we'll see if it's better timing, because I do these fitness challenges monthly. And then you need to be responsible for going back to them, because they have you and they have your challenge group in their brain, but they also have a bajillion other things in their brain. So the chances of them coming back to you are very small. You need to remember who you talked to, remember who you told you would follow up with, and then follow up with them. And it's in the follow-up when you get all the yeses. It's in the follow-up. So don't feel like when someone tells you no right away that you're a failure and you're a terrible coach and you'll never be good at this and you'll never have anyone on your team. No. It's normal for people to say yes the first time. It's also normal for people to say no 4 times. In fact, this statistic that I'm about to throw out is for real, and you can look it up. So the average person only asks somebody something 4 times. If they get no 4 times in a row, they stop asking. Okay? This is going to blow your mind. The average person says yes to something on the 5th time being asked. On the 5th time. So if most people are only asking 4 times and then they give up, they're missing it by 1 time. So when you go to people and they start telling you no, that's okay. Because you're going to write them down, you're going to follow up with them 4 more times. And usually they're going to say yes on that 5th time. And that's totally normal. It's okay to get no's. In fact, it's good, because those are all the people that are going to be yeses later. So you're just getting the first one, you're just getting the first no out of the way so that you can get through all those 4 no's and get a yes. I hope that makes sense. Okay? The people who say no are your future yeses. So, you might be thinking, okay, Well, what's my goal? How many yeses should I be aiming for every month? You're aiming for 3 to 5 yeses for your challenge group every month. And your goal is to add 4 to 5 coaches to your team every month. So if you're adding 3 to 5 people to your challenge group and you're adding 4 to 5 people to your team, you're going to be asking a lot more than that. A lot more than that. Because it's a small percentage who are going to be ready to go right now in this season of life. And the rest you're going to follow up with next time. So, in your first month in the business, how do you get those 3 yeses? How do you get those 4 new coaches? You need to talk to a lot of people. You need to talk to a lot of people. If you can get to 3 people a month for the next 3 months, you will earn a free ticket to Summit next year. And that Summit is this huge Beachbody conference. You don't want to miss it. It's going to be off the hook amazing. It's going to be off the hook amazing, and you're definitely going to want to be there. So make sure you are trying to get 3 to 5 coaches, 3 to 5 challenge pack sales every month for the next 3 months so that you can get your free ticket to Summit. It's going to be awesome. Now, focus on building your team. I'm telling you this because this is a huge mistake that I made in the beginning as a coach, and I now do not want my coaches to make the same mistake because it took me so long to figure this out. So I am giving you the cheat sheet now. A lot of coaches focus on the sales, and we'll get to why that is in another call, because our goal as a coach, remember, is to help 3 to 5 people in our challenge group every month. And when we do that, there are amazing prizes and there are amazing rewards, and we'll get to that. So that's why people are like, I gotta get those 3 to 5 people every month so I can earn my free cruise, so I can earn my whatever. Well, you can also make those challengers your coaches. You can also, your coaches can come onto your team and buy challenge packs and be in your challenge group. So your main focus should be adding people to your team. And the reason for that is because when you add someone to your team, you are building a customer and a coach for life. You are going to help them succeed in a way where now they're helping 3 to 5 people a month. And if they're training their coaches, then their coaches are helping 3 to 5 people a month. And all of a sudden, your little tiny team that was just you helping 3 to 5 people a month is now this team of 100 people who are helping 300 to 500 people a month. Do you see? So you want to make the most impact in your world as you can. And the way to do that is to grow your team. Because you can reach and you can help this much people. But if you want to leave a legacy, you're going to need to grow a team that can help you do this. And yes, like a legacy, I want to leave a legacy. I want to help more people. But let's talk numbers now. For those of you who are like, I'm in this because I want to retire. Also, if you're adding to your team and your team is growing, you're going to get what's called team bonus money. And team bonus money can far, 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 far outweigh your commission money. So if you are focused on sales and getting these 3 customers every month, yes, you're making 25% commission. Yes, it's instant gratification because that shows up on your paycheck immediately. But what if those people stop drinking Shakeology? Goodbye. They're not helping you anymore, and you're not helping them anymore. But if you are bringing coaches to your team, you can continue to train them. You can continue to give them personal development. You can change their lives. They can change more people's lives, and those people can change more people's lives. And guess what? Your coaches are going to be on Shakeology, and they're going to be helping your residual income and your team bonuses. So focus on team building. Yes, you will make some sales. Yes, you'll get Success Club points for that. Yes, it will be awesome. But your main focus is building your team. I hope that makes sense. Okay, if you have any other questions about how to talk to people, feel free to comment those below. It's about being a genuine person. It's about being a caring person. It's about getting to know where people are in life right now and trying to help them. It's about making connections with people on a deeper level. Okay? When you care about people, they light up inside. And you have the power to care one person at a time. Have a wonderful day. Your homework today is to comment what is the difference between a cold market and a warm market. And you're also going to comment who you are going to talk to about coaching today and who you are going to talk to about fitness and possibly being a part of your next challenge group. Bye.